Hello everyone. This is pickups from late November. This weekend I kind of wanted to go out. I went out 2 days in a row, Friday and a Saturday. So I'll actually have another pickup after this for my Saturday stuff. This is all Friday. I went out to down south to around Tennessee, like north of Nashville, around like Clarksville and stuff like that. Basically just hitting up, the usual stuff, flea markets, pawn shops, a few thrift stores. I was basically trying to explore the area because I hadn't done game hunting in that area. I don't think I've ever even been to Nashville before, but I was happy to go and explore a new area, and I definitely found some interesting stuff. Nothing too crazy on this trip, but some really cool stuff. Actually, I probably gonna take that back because I did find some really cool stuff here. The pickups here, you can see this was from one pawn shop I went to. They were having a sale where their older games were like $2 and then newer games were $5, which is actually pretty good. I didn't find anything I was interested in on their shelf, but they had just gotten in a stack of games, and so I saw Halo Master Chief Collection. So I picked that up for $5, which is really good for Master Chief Collection. The other big thing there, which was really unique, was that they had in their glass case, they had a whole bunch of Steelbooks. And I didn't realize how good these were because they had a bunch of them. They had a bunch of them with games inside of them. For I think like 5 of them with the games inside for $50. And so of course I'm not going to pay that. It's way too much. But then they also had 3. I'm pretty sure there were 3. I'm pretty sure I bought all 3 stacks of them with 6 Steelbooks empty for $5. Which is amazing. I was really surprised to see that. Because usually Steelbooks, any place is going to try to charge like $10 or something for it. Because they're kind of worth that. So I bought all 3 stacks of 6, so I got 18 Steelbooks. And I got some really good ones in here too. So I'll just kind of quickly go over these. First one was Hitman, like complete first season. Most of these are empty. This one does actually have some stuff in it. I guess I won't show the registration code. Not that it matters, but yeah. So there's a Hitman, Gran Turismo Sport. There's 2 copies of that. See? Show the steelbook itself. Pretty cool. There's one movie case in there which I didn't realize, Star Wars Phantom Menace. So, oh well. This is Attack on Titan 2. Pretty cool. I actually have sadly I have an empty case for this too, from a big pawn shop buy I did. Here's a cool one, Horizon Zero Dawn. Very cool. I think that's empty as well. Yeah. Yeah, 6 of them for $5 is amazing. I have 2 copies of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Here's what it looks like on the front. Very cool. What's funny is I had actually bought this one from a store for like $12, Dragon's Crown Pro. And I got 2 copies of this. With kind of like the raised up front, but I guess these are the ones that are supposed to come with cards, like a set of cards, but I don't think either of these have the cards. I'll double check, but I'm sure they don't. Nah, just a information sheet in there, but still cool to find 2 of those. This one is Tomb Raider, I believe. Yeah. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Xbox One. And a very cool one, Dynasty Warriors 9. I actually don't have 9 yet, but I like that. I now have a case for it. It'll be, of course, 20th anniversary. Very cool. Love the Dynasty Warriors series, so definitely be keeping that one. Yakuza Kiwami Steelbook. Very cool. Let's see here. Yeah, just an information packet in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell any of these. I might try to, but I'm not sure how much they'll go for without the games. I might have to like try to get the games as well, but still cool to buy. Middle Earth Shadow of War Gold Edition. I got 2 of these actually, but only one with the slipcover. I guess this is the Gold Edition, is maybe what has the Steelbook with it. I'll have to do some research on that, but very cool. Oh, actually I have a second Yakuza Kiwami. Didn't realize that. Very cool. This is Injustice 2. No slipcover on this one, but very cool. I might have Injustice 2 actually. I'll have to double check. Now this one was very cool. This is the Final Fantasy 15 Deluxe Edition. Just another one I actually bought from a store, but it was missing the extra DVD, and this copy has the extra DVD. So I'm so happy about that because that completes my copy. You know, I'll be able to steal it from this one. It's Kingsglaive is the movie that comes with it. Animated movie, I guess. But when I bought it, I was like, well, that's a shame that I'm missing the movie, and so I have to try to find the movie. But lo and behold, I find a steel case that just happens to have the movie in it. Very cool. So yeah, that was all those. Very cool getting like 18 of these. Like I said, not sure what I'm going to do with them. I'm obviously going to keep a few, but other than that, I might try to sell them, or I'll wait until I get a copy of the game, put it in there, try to sell it. We'll see. But still, it's very cool to see these at the store, and that they were basically trying to get rid of them, you know, because they put the price down super far just for me to buy them. So we'll go on to the next pickups. As you can see, I got little piles because these are basically, as I went around, you know, I got a few pickups here and there, a few pickups here and there. It gets kind of wild with going to pawn shop to pawn shop. One of the first pawn shops I actually had a Wii Sports Resort. It had $2 on their Wii games, and inside of it was a copy of Mario Kart Wii. So happy about that. Those are both pretty good games for reselling. So that was a nice little deal for $2 to get both those. One of the Goodwills I went to did have some PS1 games, so I picked them up. Probably not a super great deal, but Pac-Man 20th Anniversary for $4, and Rugrats game, Search for Reptar, for $4. So they're probably worth that, maybe less. But you know, I'm not into my PS1 collection, so I'm happy to do that. Next was at this was actually a smaller flea market that I went to, and they had some games. Cow the Kangaroo Round 2. That's complete. That's for the collection, $3, nice price. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. I actually don't think I have this. I'll have to double check. No manual, but this Battle for Bikini Bottom is actually worth, you know, like $10-12 usually, at least on PlayStation 2. Went to another flea market that actually kind of luckily for me anyway was going out of business. They had like going out of business sale, and when I went in, they still had a lot of stalls set up, but most of it looked like it was being boxed up or just really disorganized. So went ahead and they had they said, oh, everything's 50% off. So found this N64 at the front, and they had 20 on it, so I said I'd do that for 10. They had a Genesis too as well, but I didn't think it would be worth it for 10. But this one, very lucky, has an expansion pack, memory expansion. Very happy about that because I've yet to find one, so that's my first one actually. So assuming it works, That'll be going into my N64 because I want to have that, of course. But $10 was pretty good. They had 2 games in the front case that they went $2.50 a piece on. Bad News Baseball, and I got Be a Dragon Warrior. And this keychain actually I'd found, and she said I could just have it. Kind of cool actually. Collectible bendable keychain. There's a link on there, and I think it is. Yeah, it says 1998 is the year on there, so that's kind of cool. Doesn't look like it was open, so. Okay, one of the pawn shops I went to had a Final Fantasy X2 HD Remaster for Vita, and they had $4 on their Vita games, which is kind of surprising, so picked that up. I'm happy actually to pick up a Vita game, because usually I don't see them, and I did get a Vita recently, so happy to pick that up. I think I have it for PS4 as well, but I'll probably play it on the Vita now that I have that. And the last pawn shop from this trip I went to had a copy of Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. They had $5 on their PS3 games, but I thought it was worth it for that. I do have the first one, but didn't have a second one. They also did $5 on the Sniper Elite 3 like special edition box. Now it didn't have a game in it, but it does have everything else. Kind of cool little bullet light. And it has some dog tags, with the game on it and the name of the guy. And there's a whole bunch of maps in here actually too. I won't take them all out, I guess, but yeah, it just didn't have the game in it, so he thought maybe they had sold it separately. So he said, yeah, I'll just do $5 on it if you want it. So went ahead and took it. I guess this was the trip for getting empty special cases, because I got all those Steelbooks, and then I got the Sniper Elite case as well. Oh, here's day 2. This was Saturday. This time I went more towards Nashville, and like some of the southern area around Nashville. Basically hitting up stuff. The big thing was that I wanted to go to, there's a Nashville flea market, so I wanted to check that out. It's a little rainy, but fortunately it was not too bad, so I was able to still get some pickups. There were still a good amount of people there. It definitely had some vendors that were more expensive, some more established vendors, and I picked up some cheaper stuff and some stuff that doesn't work either, but that's the risk you take. I didn't pay much, fortunately, but yeah, I was happy that I still got some pickups, and I think that it'll be a good resource for me in the future. So the first thing that I picked up was actually the stack of NES games. I was only interested in a few for my collection, but the guy, was just like, you want the whole stack for 30? I think there's about 8 or 9 games. I counted, there was like 10 of them. So I said, okay. About 3 a piece, pretty good. A lot of these are just going to my collection anyway, of just nothing crazy in here, but some good filler titles for the collection. So the first one was Billy Elliott's NASCAR. These are all in pretty good condition. Mario Duck Hunt, that one does have a top ripped a little bit. Skate or Die. Top Gun Second Mission. Always see the first one, but never the second one. Pac-Man. Yeah, Tengen Pac-Man. Tetris. Good one there. NFL football. It's actually 2 of these here. Of course, those are probably the worst of the bunch there. And what is this? TNC Surf Design. So got that too. Yeah, that is. Well, maybe it's 9. I can't count. Anyways, so there's those. Still a pretty good pickup, decent amount. And like I said, most of those are just going in my collection. Okay, so the other part of that was I spent $40 at one vendor. Just kind of had some random game stuff. They had a whole Wii lot. I wish they'd let me buy games individually. They wanted like $200 for a Wii system in the box with, two like big stack of games, but it wasn't worth $200. But I did want to pick up a few of the games there. Unfortunately, they did not want to sell them individually, but I still picked up a few things from them. Um, let's start with N64. Just a common pack on that. Paid. He wanted like 10 for that, and I had a copy of GoldenEye with it, so I picked it up. Hopefully that works. The other stuff, he said that the handhelds, he said they didn't work, or like he wasn't sure if they worked, but this one he was pretty sure, and you can see why, because I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. The power plug there is like pushed in or ripped out. Yeah, it looks like it like got eaten away by acid or something. I know that's probably not what happened, but it really has that look. So I'm kind of curious. I might try to open this one up and see, is it just broken off, or what happened there that caused that. I mean, otherwise, the 3DS section in good condition. So kind of sad that it has that problem. But that was like $3, and it did have a SD card in it, so that's nice. This DS, I can't remember what it really worked out to be, but about this one, it does turn on. Let's see, I still have a charge, but there's kind of a weird blue. I'm not sure if that'll show up, but the top screen has like a weird blue thing going on with it, and the touch screen doesn't work very well. So, I did have a copy of Iron Man 2 inside of it. That's a nice little bonus. And I showed you the GoldenEye with that. There was a kind of beat up copy of Gradius 3 that I kind of grabbed as throw in. And he also had a bunch of empty cases, so I picked up Super Mario DS 64. Has a manual, but just no game. So picked that up. So it was an okay lot. I think that if the N64 works, that'll be the best part of it. Few decent games though. All right, here's the rest of the pickups. I'll go ahead and get these out of the way. I bought these at a game store that I passed by. I just wanted to check them out, and they were about $15 to $20 a piece. So I went ahead and picked them up because they were full copies. Super Strike Eagle, SNES. Very cool. Look at that. Got the manual in there as well. Very nice pickup. Lawnmower Man. Flea as well. This one was 20. There we go. Very nice. And it came with free box protectors too. Everyone loves that. And the last one was Stunt Racer FX. Very cool. There it is. Very cool. So I'm always happy to add 3 more to my complete collection. Okay, so let me go ahead and show the rest. You can see I have stacks because it was basically the same thing where I went to pawn shop, Goodwills and stuff, and just kind of found some stuff that I wanted. This was 2 for $5. PS2 My Street. Flea. And Friends, the one with all the trivia. So I picked that up. Just 2 more from my collection. Very cool. I'll admit, I actually really haven't watched Friends. I'm one of the few people in the world left that still hasn't watched Friends. It was always on TV, of course, but I could never get myself to watch it for whatever reason. So I guess I'll do bad at that trivia. This one was actually from another game store that I went to. I wanted to check out, and they actually had some pretty good prices. Ace of the Air PS1 for $3. That up. Late copy. And this Mega Man Anniversary Collection, they had 7 on it, but it ended up being 4 because the guy looked at the disc and was like, "Well, I'm not sure if this will work. Do you still want it?" I was like, "Yeah, I probably want it." And he said, "Well, I'll give you a discount on that." And it has some scratches. You probably can't see in the video, but it has some scratches. But I do have a resurfacer, so I think I'll be able to get it to work. $4 for Mega Man Anniversary. That's cool. I already have the X collection, so it's nice to get that as well. The next two pickups were from another pawn shop. This one kind of surprised me. I'll take it out because I'm not sure you'll even be able to see it, but it's called Adventures to Go. It's a Natsume game. And I did a quick look up on it, and it looked like it was like it could be a decent, maybe like Harvest Moon-ish style game. And they only had $1 on their PSP games, so I picked that up loose. But yeah, it was an interesting find to see that along with their other, crappy PSP games that pawn shops tend to have. But I picked that up. And they did have a 25-cent bin, so I picked up Alvin and the Chipmunks from that plate. That's exactly how much I'd want to pay for Alvin and the Chipmunks, so did pretty good there. One of the Goodwills I went to surprisingly had a bunch of Wii games, and they did have a Mario Party 8. That was a nice little find. $3. No manual, but very surprising. Sometimes, Goodwills can be hit or miss on whether or not they have games or if they have decent stuff. This was definitely one where I think if they get games, they just put them out because they had a bunch of Wii games. Most not too great, of course, but that Mario Party 8 was sitting on the shelf, so of course I grabbed it. Not going to pass that up. These next four were another pawn shop that was a really good one. I think it was Easy Pawn or something like that. They had a huge selection of games. Unfortunately, not a whole lot I wanted, but they, on the older stuff, this is what I liked. They had 2 for $5 on older stuff. So that's perfect for me because that's the stuff I'm looking for. And they're just willing to do that flat price. So had 4 here. Team Rocket Rescue, PS1, Primal for PS2. It's complete. Ghostbusters, the video game. And GameCube title, A Wave Race Blue Storm. So, the other stuff was for my collection. The Wave Race, just looked okay for $2.50. I'll pick it up. Not sure if it's worth anything, but fun little pickup. Here's some of the better ones. I found Pawn Shop had a box of stuff. They had an Elite Beat Agents in there, $3. Very nice. I used to play a Windon a lot. But Elite Beat Agents, I don't think I played too much. It was really a Wendon that I played for like the Japanese music, but very cool. $3 is a very good price for that. And probably one of the better ones. This pawn shop was having a 20% off sale, and that's all they had for Golden in one of their cases. And the guy. The guy was like, "Oh, what do we even do on our PS Vita games?" He was like, "It's $10 and 20% off. It's $8." So, paid $8 for that. I don't know if Vita games have manuals usually, but had the game. That's what I want. So that's a very nice pickup. I've been meaning to pick up, and I just picked up. You saw Final Fantasy, so started to build a bit of a Vita collection. Now that I have my Vita. And they also had Xavius. They had $5 on that, so it was $4. So, not too bad. Just another one for the collection. So yeah, that was it for the Saturday stuff. A little bit more on the quantity of actual games. But I found a lot of stuff that was like, oh, need this for my collection, need this for my collection. It was nice to add those and get them for pretty good prices. I'd say the Persona 4 Golden was probably one of the highlights. Mega Man. And these box games are always nice to pick up. Get those in the collection as well.